Good day, good evening, good day, South Africa. This is Sizwe Gewani, Mr. Sizwe Gewani. To those who do not know me, and if you know me still, you can just call me Mr. Sizwe Gewani. Quickly, actually, I just want to touch on voting because tomorrow we are voting. It's the 29th. That's our biggest election actually since 1994, in my opinion. But then we have a lot of parties actually we are going to vote for, and going by the rhetoric actually I've been getting on Twitter and hearing from the people actually who own or have Facebook and those other apps. People are confused and people are just falling for anything and going for everything and everyone. Guys, we have the ANC. The ANC has been in power actually since 1994. They have done a lot. They've done some things. They have not done a lot of things that people expected for them to do. They tried, they failed in most instances, and looking at how things are going now, I'm not sure actually, but you be the deciders because you're the ones who are going to vote for these parties. Do your own researches, guys, on these people and the parties who they are heading before you cast your vote out of love for an individual, because we do not want actually another 5 years where people are complaining each and every day that so and so we voted for him, they haven't even been to this place, they haven't done 1 or 2 and 3. We want you to be happy for who you voted for, because you know, don't vote with your heart, actually vote with your head. Think clearly, dissect, sit down, look at the pros and cons, because each and everything has pros and cons, but we usually go for the ones that has more pros and more pros and less cons. ANC has been in power since a lot of presidents have come through, and a lot of tenders actually have been given to people who I've never met or seen. Actually, I've just read about them actually on City Press, when the SIU or the SUI and the Hawks have been hounding them and taking their cars and houses. We've never seen them in our neighborhood. So, which means actually only a few people actually have been getting whatever the juice actually from the tenders. But tenders actually aside, roads are dilapidated, drainage, sewage actually running everywhere and anyhow, and no one to complain to, because, well, the people that are on the ground are just as useless as the people who are at the top. EFF, I'm not sure actually what to say about them, because, wow, their fan base or follower base is just rabid. They will tear you apart actually if you say anything or anything bad about their leaders or their party in general. But what I will say actually about the EFF is they're saying they want to open borders. They want you actually and everyone to just correlate, live actually together in this same poverty that we currently in is South Africa. They haven't said anything about crime. They just said they are going to be very tough on crime. We've had that actually when Paytele came through. He said he was going to be tough on crime. Shoot to kill or something of that nature, but nothing happened. No one has been shot. Instead, criminals have been killing innocent people. But moving actually from those, if you want to vote for them, yeah, by all means. But we don't want people coming back actually and complaining that, you see, now Malema actually said 1 and now he's doing 3 and 4. His deputy Floyd, he said, I think he said actually on the lines of he would be very happy if Floyd became financial, whatever actually, but Minister of Finance or something, not even sure. But hey, if they want that, it's what they're dreaming about. Then if you are actually in the same vein of their dreams, my guys, vote for them. But one thing I want to actually speak on is, let's vote. Let's complain whilst we know a lot of people did vote. And then the complaints actually will just, we'll see as we go, and we'll blame people accordingly to whom they voted for and how they voted and why they voted. And number 3, we have Action SA being led by Mr. Herman Mashaba, a very astute businessman. Black like me comes from him. So that guy knows his way around the negotiating table when it comes to business. He knows how to start a business, how to sustain a business, how to get leverage on a business to gain profit. So, in my views, my honest views, if I had to choose between the 3 I just spoke about, the ANC, EFF, and the Action SA, based on his business acumen. I would go with Hammond because he's talking about actually resuscitating the economy of this country, being tough on crime and illegal immigrants, which is we can't hide behind the fact that illegal immigrants aid and abets crime. It's the one thing actually that funnels the flame of crime because if you are undocumented, you can do anything and get away with it because you are in no database. Even if you had your fingerprints, will never actually point you in a lineup of anyone who had thumbs. But then, okay, after Action SA, we have almost said COPE, but I think COPE is defunct or whatever's happening. Whoever knows what's happening with COPE, then maybe they can say something. But we have Build One South Africa, led by Mmusi Maimane. I think Build One South Africa has a lot of points that him and Action SA have. They talk about rebuilding the economy. They talk about being tough on crime. Everyone is being tough. I'm not even sure how the toughness will work, but they talk about that, and a lot of people are very happy for Mmusi. But the thing with Mmusi is his party is minuscule. If you look at the other parties, the ANC is a behemoth. Actually, their numbers are crazy. People actually, grandmothers to mothers, and actually the children coming after those mothers are ANC, pro-ANC. The EFF on the other side, they've cornered actually the disenfranchised pocket of people. The ones actually who either have been shunned when tenders were being presented, the ones who thought actually they'll be rich when they registered companies only to find out that just registering a company and hoping for a tender is not going to happen. Not when the EFF or the ANC has to feed a lot of mouths actually of their own at the top. So, Build One South Africa, if you like whatever they talked about on their manifesto, which I'm not going to talk about, I read it, but hey, it's just, there's a lot of points that I looked at the other parties they have, it's just they were interpolated. They just took a certain, I'm not even sure how that was happening, but people are happy actually. Some people are happy with Mmusi and his party. So if you are part of the people who are happy with Mmusi and his party, by all means, vote for the gentleman. And maybe give him a seat in parliament. Let's see actually what happens. And then we have Rise Mzansi, a party that is doing a lot in campaigning, sending SMSs, not even sure they're sending emails maybe actually, but people have been posting weird messages actually coming from Rise Mzansi saying it's a low blow because they straight demonizing whomever is their opposition. And by the way, from where I'm from, I haven't seen Rise Mzansi t-shirts or placards or anything. I think maybe it's a Western Cape thing or a Joburg thing. But in the other provinces, I think they're little to nothing. And then there is, I think I'm forgetting one party here, PA. I'm not gonna be biased here, but Jesus Christ, I'm human. So Gayton McKenzie, actually, this party started as a party that catered mostly for colored people, but now it has branched out actually to everyone, either black or white, if you agree with their party policies, which is I agree, except the sushi incidents, I disagree. Tough on crime has been actually boots on the ground kind of guy. He's been doing a lot of things. He's been visible where people actually need help. He's been visible. So I don't know if maybe it's electioneering or it's campaigning, but he is doing what's supposed to be done and is just less mouth and more action. So I think maybe I might just look at them when it comes to voting because I like their policies. Closed borders is what I yearn for because where I am at, most even of the RDP houses, people who have no proper documentation have houses. We do not have houses. We live in our mothers' or our fathers' houses or RDPs, which is actually very weird to just think of people who are either supposed to be in their own homes or in own countries, having their own land. They are in here getting RDP houses and getting help that is supposed to go to South Africans. Weird as hell. I don't want to lie. I'm not a xenophobe of any kind, way, shape, or form. But hey, I just think charity begins at home. If you want to start doing something good, start with the people you are familiar with. Because if you can't help the people you have in your vicinity, why would you be calling other people actually from far and wide to come and just get this poverty, come and get the struggles or these crimes? I don't understand. So with the PA, I would say tough on crime. They even went to the borders actually to see what's happening and just put some people actually on the ground like that. So, oh.